So for the last week, there has been an in-game event called Dodgy Days, and the developers are apparently able to change the rules on the server side and institute this effect. So they said any successful dodge will give that character the ability to attack back into the would-be attacker. If that is not clear just from my description, watch the early parts of the games that are coming up. You'll see it happen a bunch of times. I really like the combat side of this game, where you line up some characters, your opponent has some characters, you attack, dodge, try to perform with someone who's not being attacked. I like all that. There is, the way you stop that is freezing. I mean, a frozen character can't do any of those actions. So there are some tropes in this game that let you freeze targeted characters. And that is sort of, that's what control decks would do, right? Is try to freeze as many of the opponent's characters as possible while progressing their own game plan. Okay, so Dodgy Days was a 1 week long event, and I unfortunately had a lot going on during the week, so I was playing mostly casually while I was doing something else. So in the games that follow here, I hit screen record, but I was not able to have my face and comment live. Also, in order to get this video out in a timely manner, I don't really have time to watch those games back and comment what I was thinking. So I hope you will appreciate just watching some of this Dodgy Days event. I believe it's already over. So this will just be sort of a historical record of this limited time event. And as I was trying to say earlier, it's really amazing that the devs built this capability into their game to be able to make a short-term change like this and let us all experience what some kind of wild rule change would be just for 7 days. So the other thing that's happening in this video is that there is a month-long round-robin tournament being set up by one of our Discord friends, and I did sign up. And what I have to do by the end of today is create a deck list and submit it. So it's going to be static deck lists with a sideboard and best of 3 matches. And you then face everybody in the tournament over the course of a month, schedule at your own pace, which I think works really well for me. And you can see in the upper corner, I have 900 plus tickets and some goldies. Given the experience last time I opened a bunch of packs, I will probably get enough tickets to open a few additional packs due to duplicates. So I'm thinking maybe 12 packs today, which I am really hoping, fingers crossed, to get some leads. And I pulled up this leads page behind me because I want to show you what my dream leads would be. So I crafted Cybercock last time. I think that after playing with Cybercock a bit, I think that Carol Assange would be a very fun character to build around. Whenever a friendly character or crew unfreezes, gains star, and she only has 1 cooldown, I think she would be very fun. So I'd be happy to pull her. The Illuminati Lizard is most of the times a better queen pin, so another character or crew leaves, gains star. Leaves the set includes things like tag in, but he is 3 frames, so, you know, it's not strictly better, but I would be interested in the Illuminati Lizard. I would really love to play with Maximus. I don't think I even really played with him in the open play test, so Maximus is fun. And Pirate Bloodbeard would also be, I would love to have an adventure lead who isn't the default guy, Manchang, Master Son Manchang. So I would be very interested in unpacking and playing with Pirate Bloodbeard. And then let's see who's on the next page. So the Godfish has largely the same ability, gains a star whenever another friendly character enters the set, as the default drama lead, but he has a pretty low stat line and other characters have provoke. So I'd like to play around with him because I think that the drama lead we get, who is this guy, no, that's action, Calamus Severus, you can see same text here. He's just quite vulnerable at 5 health and no provoke. So Godfish and Snake-Eyed Hunter's sort of an all-in on the bounty, which I don't think I'm ready for yet. But, you know, if I unpacked him, that could be a very interesting deck-building ability. And Richard Spade, I mean, I don't think he's the most exciting. Whenever you play a trope, gain a star. but I think you could really lean into the control if you had Spade. But I think I chose to craft Spectre because I think Spectre has a more interesting and dynamic text there. So let's move to buying the packs. Okay, so I'm going to purchase all these, and then I'm going to stitch in here the games that I was able to play under Dodgy Days, and I will crack these packs. Sure.
The game's afoot on set. Eyes wide open, everyone.
Oh, I'm bubbling up over here. I hope you're insured, 'cause this'll hurt a lot.
Off the payroll. Must be some backstage mystery. I wanna smash! Such a mild attack for such a noticeable bruise. Somebody messed with my script? Well, they left their fingerprints too. Such mysteries of life, or just bad luck.
Gah! Is the Ice Age here?
Every scar's a story, but this one, best left untold. Such mysteries of life, or just bad luck. Such mysteries of life, or just bad luck.
Good morning, Uncle Sam!
Just another innocent face, but we know there's more, right? Use the element of surprise. Whatever you were up to solo, let's keep it off the record, shall we? That was unexpected. Let's sweep it under the rug, shall we? You might not see me, but I'm always watching. That's the key.
Wanna see stars? Come closer.
Stay too long in this swampy industry and you'll get dirty. Oh, my lawyers will... Such a mild attack for such a noticeable bruise.
You move like a slug.
Such a mild attack for such a noticeable bruise. Such a mild attack for such a noticeable bruise. An onset or an offset murder, either way, captivating. Such a mild attack for such a noticeable bruise. This one changed its walk. Odd, but intriguing. Such mysteries of life, or just bad luck.
My blood's heating up!
That was unexpected. Let's sweep it under the rug, shall we?
All right, so let's go to the pack opening. All right, first pack here. There is a little bit of visual delay right here at the start that I think could be cleaned up. But let's do reveal all. Icebot. So, I mean, Vaccine's a good card, but I probably already have a play set. I used Mind Control Operative and Video Vixen in my latest deck, but not the things that I was looking for. Let's keep going here. Reveal all. So Carnivore, I actually believe I already have all 4 of these. Stuntman is nice, and I believe that is my second. I think Sidewalker Boss is a new card. And Boss is fantastic. Whenever a friendly character with a bounty dies, collect its bounty. So as I was saying earlier in the video, if I get the lead two-eyed snake hunter that deals with bounty, that the boss will be needed in the deck. And I got, I think, 16 duplicate tickets from this pack, so that's why I'll have at least one more pack to purchase. Okay, nothing fantastic here. I guess if not leads, we're looking for things with 2 pips or 1 pip. Here on the side. Yeah, so I've opened 2 Madcap Stuntmans today. I probably have a playset of those.
There you are, my sweet, pretty polio.
Yeah, so Vaxinut just got nerfed from a 1-3 to a 1-2. And I guess you can run 4 of her. Socket Folly, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen anyone play. Deal 1 damage to the enemy on a pre-selected flank, then 2, then 3. Okay. I believe I didn't have all 3 Judge Dairies yet, so that is nice to see. And New Deadly Tacos could work well with the Lizard, the Illuminati Lizard. Destroys an enemy crew. Flamebringer says when your next non-lead character enters in the same scene as this, it gets +2/+2. That's pretty good. Putting a 2/2 on some dedicated character. He's weak at 2/1, but that's the point. Okay. I think a Blingbringer style deck would be interesting to approach from a deck building. Okay, Meathead Rebel, you get 3 of them, so okay. The rest of these don't seem terribly interesting, or at least new to me.
Snaking? Oh, yes.
All right, Drama Dex is a 3. The rest of these are pretty common. Okay. Let's see this one. I don't think I'll get enough for 2 spare packs. Okay. Oh, nice. So, as I was saying, we're looking for things with 2 pips, and Remote Controlled Popstar has 2 pips, and I really like her in some of my attack-based decks because you can, it sends her over to the opponent, and then you have a 2/4 that you can attack into. All right, let's grab more pack. And so also the monthly tournament that I'm about to create a deck for rewards, I think a pack per win. I can check here as my cards begin.
Hate keeps one alive. It gives strength. I am a force of nature.
All right, Fight Clubber.
You can't stop me.
This is my last card. Maximum Massacre. Okay. So nothing to really love today. And as I was saying, every win in the round robin gives you 1 booster pack and also 10 goldies, which are, 10 is significant, honestly. And then you also get some booster packs if you win overall for 2nd or 3rd place. So some real incentive here to try to win. So let's go to my decks, and the only thing I was super in love with was the Remote Control Popstar. So Dodgy Adventure Missions, Dumbo with Mystery or Dumbo with Drama. Yeah, so the remote controlled pop star is in Mystery, which is why my original deck list was Dumbo with Mystery. However, there's this card I really like. It's still alive and kicking. Choose a character from extras and return it to the set under your control. So you can either discard a card into extras with something like Noir Thinking, or you can play a character, have it die, and then bring it back for just 2 frames. The question is if the Jumbo Dumbo is worth it, because when he enters, he freezes by 2. Every time, even if he comes back from still alive and kicking. So, also, when you move to drama here, at least from what I could use some more Cousin Caymans, honestly. You get 3 total. And I think I only own 1. I can search like that. Yeah, I only own 1. So it would have been nice to unpack some more of him. I could craft him. Actually, he was nerfed. If I'm going to do Dumbo with drama, I think I'm going to need to craft Cousin Cayman. I also only own 1 Taggin, which is surprising, given that it's a 3-pip card. I feel like if I'm going to play this deck with drama here, and so Cayman, the Tiger Sharkuza is an afterthought. He's not super important to this, but he is a 3/3 lethal. So I think the idea, including the Expandosaur, is to basically have such a density of onboard threats that the opponent doesn't really know who to take out, or at least they can't take out everybody that is a threat to them. However, if I face a control deck with a lot of freeze, that could hurt, but I am an unfreezy deck myself. Because the Jumbo Dumbos come in frozen, I have things like a Real Runner, who can be reused and unfreezes the character on my leftmost flank, and I have Wake and Roll. And if you get 5 of these, they've been really annoying when played against me. A pre-selected friendly character unfreezes and sets up a dodge until end of scene. So I think that the Wake and Roll is the reason why you are running Adventure in this deck. Because you have access to Wake and Roll. And they dodge until the end of the entire scene. So Wake and Roll's an Adventure card. So is Real Runner. And it's just that Manchang is so difficult in an Adventure deck. I just don't use him in my experience. He takes 10. I can make him bigger. I think he takes 10 stars to finish his arc. And he generates his own stars when you dodge or perform. This isn't really a dodge. I mean, it is a dodge deck, but it's not a perform deck. Overall, I think with the density of characters that I have and the fact that I like attacking, Narcoleptic Bear is probably, he has to leave, especially for Cayman, if I craft some Caymans. I like Taggin, I could add some more of those. Fight Clubber is in here because he's a solid card in Adventure. He's a 3-frame, I can pull it up for everybody. Fight Clubber is a 3-frame 4/6 with Provoke. But I'm thinking if I maybe take my drama lead, so my drama lead is currently Calma Severus. Whenever another friendly character enters the set, he gains a star. If I trade Severus out for Godfish, then all of my characters have Provoke. Then maybe I don't need Fight Clubber as strongly. So. Okay, I actually can buy another pack. I think I need to do that, just in case. pull a lead here. I guess I got enough duplicates in the last one that I opened. A vaccine. Tractor Beam Surfer. I might not have all the Tractor Beam Surfers. They are in comedy. Tractor Beam Surfer is another type of thing that works with Illuminati Lizard, but not Queenpin, because it enters in swift attacks, but then at the end of the scene, it goes back into the deck. So Tractor Beam Surfer works with Lizard because it leaves the set. Conniving Carnivore could be interesting. All right. Oh, I see. Dumbo with Drama is not running horror. So, I can't use Conniving Carnivore. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to craft my 2 Caimans. They cost 15 each. Okay, it says 1 out of 3, and I'm going to have 2 and 3. All right. Still, I haven't kicking maxes out at 3. All right, and now I'm going to look at leads. Oh, you have to clear search here. So, my adventure options to replace Master Sun Man Chang are Jawzy, Bloodbeard, or Qual. You can perform with up to 8 extra characters. When a friendly character's performance is interrupted, all your characters stop performing. That seems pretty risky. If you play Qual, you're basically promising you will form, and then your opponent just interrupts somebody. So, like I said earlier, I think Pirate is the guy who I would like the most. And he definitely deals with attacking. I just don't... This deck is not built to do the combo, where I purposely kill 2 enemy characters in one scene. What does this deck do? It has the big characters like Jumbo Dumbo. Video Vixen is a 6/6 on your turn. Expandosaur can get big if they leave it alone. And so it tries to use those big characters to control the board. I guess you could be killing multiple enemies. Honestly, he might not be worth it right now. Because Manchang gives me a star when I dodge. It's just that Manchang takes 10. I mean, Pirate Bloodbeard only takes 7 total. Pirate is a bounty guy. This deck does nothing with bounty. But it could slow the game down. It'll make them want to attack me. My characters with star. And then with bounty star. And maybe that is helpful. I think I'm going to do it. Alright, we get Pirate here. Take out Manchang, put in Pirate, and then... So the drama leads besides Severus and Godfish are the Snake-Eyed Hunter, who's another bounty character, and Ronald McDoom. Whenever you play a card or a friendly character lands an attack, gain a star. I don't really care to play with the Spotlight and McDoom. Real Runner does. The next time you would lose the Spotlight, keep it for one more scene, but I'm mostly using Real Runner for the unfreeze, just for one frame. So I will take a Godfish. So you can see in the upper corner here, I did spend 100 of my goldies today, which is why I don't use them on packs anymore. And now the question is, since Pirate is a gangster and Godfish is a gangster, do I maybe want some of the characters? I think most of the gangsters are in drama, but there's one character who gives all your gangsters +1/+1. I'm not sure exactly what its name is. Well, I think it's fine. I don't think I want it. So I have 42 cards right now. I'm definitely taking out the Bear. It's a 5/5 who can only attack non-flank. But with the Pirate in play now, I definitely want all of my characters to be able to attack. And I know that most Pirate decks tend to deal with damage-based tropes to guarantee the kills. Oh, Fight Clever was my other guy, who I'm not totally sure I need Fight Clever anymore. Let's look at tropes available in all three of my... Yeah, so... It's so interesting. Look, I own no Miscast. Choose and destroy a crew if you do gain a star. And I own no Backstab, which says a pre-selected non-lead enemy character attacks its lead and gets 2 cooldown. So I've opened a lot of packs, and I have playsets of many cards, but I don't even own any Backstab or Miscast. And they are a 2-pip and a 3-pip, respectively. So I only own 1 Action Strike, and I can have up to 3 in a deck. So yeah, there's just a lot more space for me to continue to grow my collection, and also deck building prowess in this game. So everybody jump, I do have access to. It's all from the character's dodge. And it tends to not be strong, especially now that dodgy days are over. Summon 2 1/1 Pauper Puffers, 1 on each flank. I don't know what one does, but... See, that could be good for Godfish. It's 2 character summons in 1 card. I just don't know if it's worth it to toss in tiny characters instead of Fight Clever, for instance. That could be useful for tag-in. But what am I going to do with a couple of 1/1 fish? Alright, so the other frames here are Puffer Switch, Tag-In, Wake Up Sheeple unfreezes all non-lead characters, then transform them into Sheeple. You don't really want to do that. Trophy Baiting is mostly a waste. You just can't force your opponent to draw. And then Take 2 says 2 non-lead characters, 1 friendly and 1 enemy, they re-enter the set. So that hurts Jumbo Dumbo because whenever he enters, he freezes by 2. It hurts Expandosaur. I don't really need it for Cayman. or any of these. I mean, maybe Tiger Sharkuza, and it would help Godfish, but that's not really worth it. So, looks like I don't actually have a ton of damage available to me, except Lazy Rider's Lightning. Now that Lazy Rider's Lightning is probably worth it to be an early play to protect an early Expandosaur, or I don't know, a Tiger Sharkuza. I tend to feel that dealing 3 damage in a trope is worse than summoning like a 3/3 or a 3/2 for 2 frames. Now, I have 4 lightnings. Oh, and I have 4 fight clubbers. Okay, so I think here's my thought process. I just added a 3-frame lead in here, who used to be 2, the adventure, and the drama lead costs 2 frames, and the Godfish only costs 1 frame. The fight clubber costs 3 frames, and I have stuff like Dumbo and Tiger Sharkuza that are also on the expensive side. So I'm going to take out Fight Clubber and put in Lazy Rider's Light, with the idea that it's a little bit cheaper, it's 3 direct damage, and I don't need to provoke as badly because I will be playing the Godfish pretty often, I think. In the old deck, Archimimus here was the main lead you completed first, but that's because he only took 8 and the other 2 took more. Now that I have the other leads, I think I will probably want to play the Pirate and the Godfish and complete them more so than the mine. Okay, so the only comedy card I have left is Jumbo Dumbo and MC Hammerhead. It's not a great argument for comedy. I mean, the deck started as how do we play with a huge character? How do we play with Jumbo Dumbo? And the answer was Still Alive and Kickin', Wake and Roll, and Taggin'. So that's how I got my 3 genres, was using those cards. I guess I don't know. Without the ability to play a full control deck right now, which I think would need, you'd go horror. So horror is clearly control. And some of the other leads like Maximus, who I still don't have, probably want to use Maximus in a control deck. And an aggro deck in this game would consist of the leads you can complete Solitaire and the fastest, and that might be like Ronald McDoom and Godfish, and maybe the Pirate. I think this is a happy middle ground, sort of a mid-range deck where I'm bringing out big stuff or medium-sized stuff and trying to keep them alive and control the board, control the narrative of the game, and win with my Pirate and my Godfish. The Godfish is super weak to tropes, so maybe I'd want to try to give it Shield. There is a card that does that. I just don't know if she's worth it. The Sun-Gazing Pacifist. The left neighbor gains shield until end of scene. So she's a 1-frame 2/3. That's on the strong side for a 1-frame card, and she gives her left neighbor shield. So that could protect my lead if I summon a lead and the pacifist. It could also kind of protect some of the bigger characters that I invested in from purely attacks. Shield ignores the next source of damage or destroy effect. But not transform could be a problem. I'm always worried about transform. I just don't know where I would fit in for pacifist. I mean, maybe they're better than Lightning. They might be better than Musician's Muse. Tiger Shakuza, maybe Copium. costs 3 frames, he attacks for 3 frames. All he does is he steals bounty and then convinces you to attack him. I mean, maybe the video vixen isn't the most worth it because I have other characters. The thing with video vixen is she freezes for 2, like normal. So you play her on a scene where you don't have the spotlight, and then she's ready to attack on a scene where you do, and she attacks, and then by the time you get the spotlight back, she can attack again. So I think she's a very strong first attacker of the scene because she's a 6/6. She can take out those fight clubbers and other kinds of provoke when you have the spotlight, and then you can send in a different character. So I mean, I might take out Trakuza and tag in and put in a bunch of sun-gazing pacifists. The thing with tag in is it only costs 1 frame itself, and then you put in a video vixen or a jumbo dumbo. You put in something that costs you 3, or even a musician's muse isn't great. You can musician's muse first and then tag in so that you can play them again if they don't die. Real Runner is someone I could consider taking some out, but then if I still want 1 or 2 in, I'm just sacrificing consistency of finding them. I'm still thinking about if giving shield, because it's just shield until end of scene. Sideboard. So, this competition, I'm reading the rules here. Single deck and sideboard for whole tournament. So my sideboard is going to be the pacifists and the fight clubbers. I keep forgetting their names. They're probably the easiest names of this whole game to remember. It's just Fight Club. And they're a clubby dinosaur, a club-tailed dinosaur. Okay, so my sideboard is going to be pacifist and fight clubbers. All right. So thank you for watching, and catch me in the next video, which will probably be a tournament round robin. Did you know every viewer has a superpower? That's right. Your superpower is to magnify any video just by clicking thumbs up. It's free to do, and when you do, it tells YouTube that this video was helpful and enjoyable. The YouTube algorithm chooses to amplify videos with likes to a wider audience, so it is the simplest way to help my channel. The algorithm also judges engagement via comments, so if you are willing, leave a comment. Include the special phrase I gave earlier, or call me out for not having one. It really does help me out, so please just take a moment to exercise your superpower. Thanks, and if you're looking for more by me, check out to the left the video of mine that YouTube thinks is best suited for you to watch next. Or check out my entire screenplay video log to the right. Stay safe, stay informed, and stay resilient.